Please, thank you.
Oh, we need Matt Painter up here.
We do, yes.
Move everybody down.
Oh, crap.
Tell Julie.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know that you don't need to.
No. I forgot they all come in at the same time. I said I forgot they all come in at the same time. Good call. I don't. No, I don't have any. Swain and Gabadon.
Yeah. Got it.
Let's do it.
Yep. Good afternoon. We'll hear from the coach with an opening statement in a moment, then questions for the student athletes. We'll let them go, and then questions for the coach. Just a few reminders real quick. Please raise your hand with a question. Wait for the microphone, and then start with your name and media affiliation when you're called on. No video in this section. All the video is available elsewhere. If you are joining us by Zoom and have a question, please use the function to raise your hand. Coach Painter?
Yeah, obviously, I thought our guys did a good job. Start of the second half, getting off to a good start. Anytime you have a significant lead in this tournament, things can turn pretty sour pretty quickly. And they made some plays to start the second half. We were able to answer and then be able to push it out. And I thought that was the key to the game right there. Just keeping things simple, taking care of the basketball and getting quality shots each time down. And then as the second half progressed, I thought our guys did a much better job of challenging them at the rim and challenging them in the paint. When the ball got in there in the first half, they scored in and around the basket a couple times, and I didn't think we did a great job challenging. And then I just thought it was a good team win for our guys. We had the opportunity to play a lot of people and get out there and get some experience and get into this tournament. And Yale was a very good team. Obviously, they struggled shooting the basketball, and we wanted to give a lot of time and effort into Swain because we knew that he was dangerous and a guy that could get 30. And I thought Eric Hunter did a good job on him, but I thought our whole team did a good job on him. So, pleased with our effort, and we'll see who we play here next game.
Thank you, Coach. Questions for the student athletes, please.
For Sasha, this is Bob Kravitz with The Athletic. Given all the upsets yesterday and also your own experience last year, did that play into your readiness for today?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, we make a point. Everybody's earned the right to be in this tournament. Everybody's really talented and, tough, and they're hard to play against. So, like Coach said, we really prepared. We had a lot of respect for those guys. They have a lot of great individual players, and I thought we did a good job just being ready to go from the jump. And I thought we had a good start, and Jaden played really well. We got some good contribution from everybody, and it propelled us forward. So overall, I thought it was a great team win.
Hi, Dennis. Can I get two?
Go.
Okay. Greg Doyle from the Indy Star. Sasha, first for you. You enjoyed those 2 threes you hit. How badly did you want that? Did you need that?
I mean, yeah, definitely. It's probably the biggest job on my team is to make and take open shots and open threes. And obviously, I've been through in a little bit of a slump lately with my shooting. But yeah, I'm going to continue to shoot. If I go over 100, I'm still going to shoot them up. So yeah, it's good to see it finally go in. But I wish some of them also went in early in the first half as well. So it is what it is. You just got to move forward.
And then Jaden, in the first half, I think you had 18 points on like 5 shots or something. You had some free throws in there. How much were you feeling it? How good was that half for you?
I felt good. Just going out there, all of our guys, I feel like we all had energy. I feel like we all felt, the feeling of losing last year, first round. So I felt like all our guys were motivated, and so was I. So.
Other questions for the student athletes? Right here. Oh, you go on. Go ahead.
Brian Newbert, goldenblack.com. Zach, just the close of the first half, how important was that to, play pretty well in the first half, but then also for you personally to, play pretty well and make sure you guys had a pretty robust lead at halftime?
Yeah, it was important. Obviously, you want to have the momentum going to halftime. You want to feel good going into the locker room, and you want to try to extend the lead as much as possible before you can get that break during halftime and get your breath fully. But it was good. I feel like last year I really struggled in the tournament game, so being able to come out this year and kind of prove it to myself that I can still do it in the tournament was big for me.
Zach, Aaron Ferguson, Times of Northwest Indiana over here on your left. You particularly play well with Sasha as a two-man game, three-man lineups. What does he do well when he isn't shooting the ball well?
He gives me the ball. It's pretty simple, but he gives me the ball. He allows me to play. He gives me my ball in my spots. They can't double off him because he can shoot it, obviously, so it gives me some more space. But yeah, he's really good at post feeds.
Right here, Gino Green from Postgame Central. This is for any of you guys. Azar had his stretch early in the game when he made his first 5 field goals. Talk about the adjustments you guys were able to make and wearing him down in the later portions of the game. Yeah,
we just drew more attention to him. I thought we did a good job of just jumping to the ball whenever somebody passed it to him, and we did a good job of corralling him in ball screens and dribble handoffs and everything like that. He's a great player, so he's going to make and take tough shots. But I thought Eric did a great job of just taking up his space and just making the whole game difficult on him and try to make him make difficult shots. And he got off a little bit early, but I thought we adjusted and did well.
Mike Carmen, Lafayette Journal-Courier for Zach. Do you feel like you had a little bit more room to move inside today, and how much did that kind of make you feel comfortable down there?
Yeah, they obviously sent the double early. They were pretty good at that, but one thing Coach Payne always talks about is like a lot of times when you don't work on a double, you're not really good in rotations. So they gave up some easy looks like Caleb's dunk, a few open entry passes to get out of the double. So it wasn't like I had a lot of space down there. On the rebounds, I felt like I could just kind of get it over them. They couldn't really keep me off the glass physically. But yeah, it wasn't anything like revolutionary. It was just rebound the ball, score the ball when I'm open, pass it when I'm double.
This is Billy Witz with the New York Times. Sasha, when your offense is humming like it was for most of the afternoon and frankly most of the season, what are some of the qualities, the things that you guys are doing well that allow that?
Yeah, I think from an execution standpoint, we do everything that we want to do. We really cut hard. We set screens. We started our plays in the right spots, and we don't turn the ball over. I think is kind of the main thing that when we're doing all those things, our offense is as efficient as they come. Obviously we're one of the best in the nation at that, but just all those little things that go into an offense and the details of it, I think we're really good at, and we need to make sure that's a focus for us moving forward.
Last one in here. Go ahead.
For Jaden, where did your shooting rhythm come from to start the game, and also those balls look different? Do they feel the same?
Well, it's just my confidence for real. I'm willing to take any shot if it's the right shot for me and for my team. I think the balls are kind of weird, but you got to shoot it.
We're going to try to take a question from Zoom. Patrick Reed is helping.
Hey, Zach, Kirk Burmester from TSN up in Canada. On the broadcast, they showed your mom in the crowd. I'm just wondering if you could talk about how nice it is to have your mom there for the games this week.
Yeah, it's huge. She's obviously been supporting all season. She came down. She rented an Airbnb since Christmas, and she's just been staying down in Indiana. She's come to all of our games. She's always there to cheer me on, always sending me texts before the game, sending me texts after. I'll probably go see her pretty soon. But it's cool. It's just to have a slice of home, even when I'm over here in America still.
All right, thank you. Student athletes are released at this time. And questions for Coach Painter here in the room.
Matt. Hello, Matt. When you get Sasha's threes going and then what you got from Caleb at first tonight, I mean, how important was to maybe get a couple of those guys going as you start to make your run here in the tournament?
Yeah, I thought Sasha had some really good looks in the first half that didn't go down. And, you know, it was good to see him knock, you know, a couple of those shots down and just to build his confidence. You know, he mentioned that he's been struggling a little bit, and that happens, you know, with guys that can shoot. You're going to have a period of time during the season, you know, where you go through a little bit of struggles, and you just got to keep working your way through it and keep taking good shots, and that's what he did. And it was good to see Caleb. You know, Caleb hasn't played in some games because of matchups, and we'll continue to go, you know, down that road. Just trying to, when you have 10 guys you feel good about, you know, sometimes later in the year you get to an 8 or 9 man rotation and it leaves a guy out. And a lot of times each individual guy looks at it like, what did I do wrong? When in reality, you're just playing somebody else because they match up better against that particular opponent. So I thought Caleb was active. He was around the basketball, you know, made his free throws. And that's what we need. You know, when he comes in there, he's got to play off of those guys and be able to make plays and rebound. And I thought he did that tonight.
Yeah, Matt, Adam Rittenberg with ESPN. I think they went scoreless for almost 9 minutes in the second half. What went into the defensive effort today just overall, and how important was it to have that in your first game in the tournament?
Well, we wanted to really make it hard for Swain. That was our number one thing, is not to let him get threes, to take up his space. He got going early in the game, and then after that we did a much better job, you know, on him. Then they were finishing around the rim, a couple runners in that first half. Then the second half, I thought we did a much better job. Even though the ball was still getting in there, it just seemed like they were missing a lot of like runners, post-ups, you know, in between kind of those intermediate shots. I just thought our guys did a good job of just contesting and staying with it, then not allowing them to get second chance opportunities.
We'll take 2 more in here, please.
Hey, I'm Matt J. Cohen, Associated Press. You have 2 of the more interesting players in the tournament in terms of matchup problems with Zach and Jaden, Zach's size and Jaden's speed. Like, how much of an advantage do you think that is with just the relatively short turnaround in terms of preparing for those guys, which are obviously really difficult to prepare for in general?
Yeah, I think it's an advantage, but I think other teams have advantages too. You know, the short prep, I think, can help you, but it also can hurt you. You know, depending on who we play here. I think both teams, you know, can have an advantage against us, but we also can have an advantage. We always talk about that. Like, if you kind of attack us a certain way, you know, we got to do everything in our power to stop you from attacking us in that way. But then we can also flip it. Like, don't get down on ourselves like this is over. Like, you know, flip it on the other end. So if they're putting quicker, smaller guys on Zach and they're driving him, you know, they still have to defend him at the other end. And so you don't want to trade baskets, obviously. But if you're getting into the bonus and you're getting a lot of fouls, you'll give up a basket here and there against that, especially when you got a guy like Jaden Ivey who's getting by people. Both of those guys, from the fouls drawn, you know, they got fouled 7 times, both of them today. And so that's great, and that's what we want. We want to create space for both of those guys so they can play. But when people take up that space, you know, you got to get the ball out of your hands and get people in rotations. That's so important for us. When we do that, we're pretty efficient. When we don't, that's how we bog down.
Last one in here, please.
This is Bob Kravitz with The Athletic. How much time, if any, did you spend addressing last year as in the lead up to this game?
We talked about it. Obviously, we talked about it in the beginning of the season, just the little things and the mistakes we made in that game, and how things come down to whether you're considered a winner or a loser over one possession or one play. You know, you see that in this tournament a lot. But leading up to it, you know, when we found out who we're playing, you know, just how they've earned their way here. Like, everybody in this tournament have earned their way here, and they can beat anybody, and you got to be ready. But we talked about North Texas, and we talked, you know, how North Texas outplayed us more than anything. They had good players. They have a good coach, and you have to be prepared. And I thought we did some good things against them also. Sometimes when you lose, you look at it like it's total negative, and it wasn't. You know, we got into overtime in that game, and you know they played better than us. But yeah, we used it. We talked about it. But when we played North Texas, we talked about getting beat by Arkansas Little Rock, you know, 6 years before that, and that didn't help. But you know, all those guys that I just mentioned right there, you know, Grant McCaslin, Chris Beard, they're all great coaches. They have great players, and it's what March Madness is about. You know, you got to go out there and play better than the people in front of you, and today we're able to do that.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck on Sunday. If you have additional interview requests of student athletes, please check with the school SID.